How are you doing? So welcome to week 4 of my acrylic painting journey. So before we start with this video, I have a confession to make. Yes, I'm a certified art shopaholic and a brush hoarder. Because every week I'm buying something. Now look at this week's art haul, mini art haul. Yes, I bought some angular brushes to draw flowers. I don't know when I'll draw flowers, but yeah, for that I bought these angular brushes. And then I bought few filbert brushes because just like that. And I also bought this magic eraser. Let me open it for you. I bought this magic eraser because I've seen so many people draw on canvas and then use this eraser. Okay, the packing is quite a lot. What trade secret is this that you have to pack it in two things? Temu, answer me. Yeah, so I bought all these brushes, both these brushes, the angular brush and everything from Temu, and even this eraser from Temu, magic eraser. But yeah, yes, I bought these magic eraser from Temu. Can you see it? Yeah, so it bends and you can like yeah, you can do things with it. Not things with it, but yeah, you can use it for different things. And do you see this eraser? So yeah, this magic eraser that they call it, I bought it and I'll be using it in my art when eventually I draw something which requires like painting on a canvas or drawing on a canvas with a pencil, and then I'll erase it like that, like. So yeah, that's the plan. But I am a certified art shopaholic and a brush hoarder officially, because I have these how many, six filbert brushes. I have 6 more filbert brushes that I bought from Teddy, and then I have these 6 angular brushes. You saw my round brushes last week in my art haul video where I showed you my 6 Camlin round brushes. Camlin or Faber-Castell, whatever. 6 round brushes and then so many detailing brushes. So yeah, officially I'm a brush hoarder. Okay, now that is done, let's start with my masterpiece, my abstract art that I've been trying to draw from, I don't know, from week 3, getting inspired by all those wonderful artists on Instagram and YouTube shorts, that I've started this painting. So you already know what is the current status of my semi-abstract art, right? If you don't know, then there is a part 1 of this video where I speak about how I started the semi-abstract art, what happened, what is the current state, how I spoiled it. That's the highlight. And if you have not watched it, first go watch that video and then come back to this one. So I will link the video here so that you can go and watch it there. Okay, so after that, you saw what happened in that video, right? I received a lot of love and a lot of comments, like valuable comments on that video. So I'm very thankful. So 2 of the main things that I received on that video was to actually show the video of the painting bigger and me smaller. I'm hurt. Okay, I will move a little this side because then I can put my painting here nicely. I am sad, but it's okay. You don't want to see me, you want to see my painting. I could take that as a privilege. Thank you, but then I'm also hurt that you don't want to see me. I dress up for the videos and then you don't want to see me. It's okay. I'll live with it. So yeah, I'll put my paintings here and then we can talk about it. So that was one thing which was told to me in that video. Other than that, what have been told were how I could save my painting. So then after that video was posted, I got all the comments and everything. I started the painting. So you can see it here. This part I will put it here. Rest of the part I will move away and put the main painting. So okay, so you can see here, so I wanted to fix this one. Okay, so I thought doing the sponge art would be really impossible for me. So for that, I thought I'll do the dry brushing technique. So I thought I will do it like sky, sunset, and then water. So blue, pink, blue. So that was my base colors, okay? And then I started with just with brushes. Like I took in few flat brushes, put in place the colors, and took a filbert brush which was dry brush, and then I mixed everything, the colors, and then this painting which I had spoiled, started looking better. It started looking better. It was beautiful actually. It was very nice, but the color was quite patchy. It looked like some country's flag, blue, pink, blue. Does any country have this flag, blue, pink, blue? If there is, please let me know in the comment section. So yeah, we can tag that country. So yeah, it started looking like this, but it was nice. It was still nice. It was quite nicely blended. I learned blending. So it was nicely blended and it was looking a smooth transition, but it was still blocky. It was not the semi-abstract art that I wanted to do, that I've been dying to do. So yeah, I blended it and everything, and then I kept it. I kept it like that. Then I thought I will do something with it later. I'll find some inspiration on internet, and then I kept it just like that. So I'm coming here in the middle because you saw the painting already. Now it's time you see my face. Okay, so after that I closed the book and I got busy with my life. I work a 9 to 5 job, so I have a job. YouTube doesn't pay me, Instagram doesn't pay me. So I got busy with my job and everything. And I was in the evenings in the gym and everything, I was casually scrolling through Instagram, and more semi-abstract art started showing up on my scroll, what is it called, on my Reels tab, more and more. And then I was inspired again, which was, I don't know, a big mistake. Was it correct? I don't know, let's see. But I thought I will go the semi-abstract route. And then I took the suggestions from all the comments on my Instagram post, on my YouTube shorts, on my YouTube long video, and then this beautiful painting here, which I had already painted and like blended, I thought I will spoil it. So I did few changes based on all the comments, okay? So the first change that I did was this. So you remember in the last video, you could have seen I was using this huge sponge. One second please. So if you have not watched the previous video, please watch it here. I'll link it here, because if you did not watch that video, this video wouldn't be that useful for you, because there are lots of mistakes that I did in that video that I don't want you to repeat. So that's why if you watch that one, you will not repeat those mistakes, and then you will also understand better what I'm trying to speak here. So you remember the huge sponge that I was using? So I cut that to multiple pieces. So the bigger sponge I had cut it to 2 and I was using it, right? So each of those 2 I cut it into 4, like these four of them here, cut them into 2 big pieces, and the other one what I did was I cut it into 2 pieces. I cut it into 2 pieces and I kept it that way. I thought if I want, I'll cut it again later. And then the other thing that I did here, which was different from last video, is each sponge of these tiny sponges that I have, I kept it for different colors. So this was for blue, this was for pink, and this one for yellow, and this one I used for overall blending. Like I place these colors with each of the sponges. I used to use this dry sponge, the last one I showed you, and then I used to blend all the colors with that one. So that is one change. And the second change is I used yellow. So earlier there were blue and pink, right? So this time, and then there was orange also. So this time I did not go towards orange. Instead I chose yellow. Why? Because yellow is my total favorite color, and I thought that only yellow can save this painting now. Maybe, let's see. YouTube and Instagram videos, I saw that they usually select some base colors, some main colors, and then revolve around that to make the entire painting. So for me, my base colors that I wanted to choose for this painting was blue, pink, and yellow and white. So I chose these 4 base colors and I started painting with them this time. And another change that I did was I did not even use 1 drop of water. Was that for good? Was that for bad? I don't know, but I did not use even a single drop of water for this painting now, and I just used acrylics, sponge, and dipped the sponge in the acrylic color and then just painted as I wanted to paint, and that's exactly what I did. Before I start showing you my painting and what happened and entire process, I want to tell you something. So if I ever succeed with this painting, and if this painting I can revive it, then I will name it Mistakes, but in my favorite color. because this is a mistake. There was first layer of wrong colors, second layers of brush, and three blocks of colors, and now another two layers of colors on top of it. So it is just multiple mistakes on top of one another that I've layered, but in my favorite color, right? So that's why it's mistakes but in my favorite color 2025. That's going to be the name of this painting if I ever finish it. And if anyone of you want to buy it, you can let me know in the comments, or you can contact me on my Instagram. And I'm giving it this name because it is an inspiration to me for my entire 40-week journey. It could also be an inspiration for you because you've been part of this journey as well. And to see that after so many failures, after so many failed attempts, after so many things going wrong, this painting still survived. It's still looking beautiful, it's still looking nice, which means there is hope for everyone in life. If you're not good at it, if you're good at it, or if you don't know to do anything, just try it out, man. There's nothing that can go wrong. I mean, there are a lot of things that can go wrong, but who cares? You can just try it, and then if you succeed, you can always name it mistakes but in favorite color. Then there's this other help that I need from you. This is a final one, okay? After that, we can start with the painting. So the final help here is, right now, currently I've finished the background of my painting. So I have used blue, pink, yellow and white and painted an entire background, which is beautiful. But next, what I have to do with it is I have to put in these beautiful cloud colors. I mean, not cloud, like those hazy effect, foggy effect, dreamy effect. I want to do that. So I don't know, maybe I'll spoil the entire painting doing that, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. So I want to do that one. And once I'm done with this hazy effect and foggy dreamy effect, I want to draw some small figurines in it here and there. And I'm still not sure what figurines to draw on it. So maybe now that you will see my background of the painting, what strikes best to you? Tell me what could be these figurines that you want me to draw, and tell me that, and then let's see if I draw those figurines. But please, please, please help me. I'm asking for help from internet because the last time I asked for help, the internet was very, very, very kind to me, and this time I'm 100% sure that the internet will be again very kind to me. So please help me and let me know what figurines should I draw. So I am navigating towards currently to my hometown, which is Mangalore. I'm navigating towards figurines from Mangalore, like fisherman boat, or like yakshagana or tiger dance, or like a coconut tree or something like that. I'm gravitating towards that, but I'm not sure. Maybe you can tell me something else, or maybe I could also draw. I don't know. I told you what ideas I had, and now I'm just thinking out loud. So let me know what do you think that I can draw, and the figurines. And now let's get back to the painting.
So the last time you saw this, this was looking like some country's flag with blue, pink, and blue blocks of those colors. But now you see it's almost blended. That's because there was some part which I did not shoot, where I was actually applying blue and pink, and then I blended it a little. And in this video, we start with yellow. So I start with the yellow. So my idea here is one corner we have the bottom left corner we will have yellow prominently, and the top right corner also will have a yellow prominently, and then from the bottom right part the pink will start and it will go up, and from the top left part also there will be blue coming in, and then they will mix together forming a purple, and then there is also a small blue part at the bottom which will blend into the pink part and become purple, and also blend into the yellow part and become a little greenish, and also pink and yellow will blend together, and this will all be a very blended, soft looking, and beautiful colors together, and that's what was my plan. Based on this plan, I started applying one color after another. So whenever I applied one prominent color, I felt that the other one was not visible or was too less, so I applied other color, and then I felt that that color was speaking too much, and then I used to put other color, and repeating this process one after the other. You can see the canvas is quite colorful and beautiful, and it is actually coming out as I expected it to be, and I was actually very happy at this point, and then I was also scared that I should not spoil it. So think of the devil, and the devil is here. So I saw this technique on Instagram. A girl painted a very dreamy painting like this one, the background, and then with a brush, she draws in some small strokes of different colors like this in areas that she felt the color was lacking or color was too less. And then she uses another filbert brush, I think, to blend it. But yeah, I wanted to start out with the filbert brush, then somehow I felt I should start with the sponge, and then can you see it? Oh my God, inside my heart, I was just crying. I was thinking, what did I just do? Because here, this is not a video, right? Because this is our actual real life. There is no undo button, and I cannot go back to that stage when my painting was looking good and blended. Now there are like pink patches on it everywhere. I was literally terrified. And then I panicked and I started repairing this painting. So, what I did was, whichever places these patches were, whatever was the real color there, I started applying those colors. But then, this area, this blue area where this pink patch was, that just wasn't going. So I started with the other places. I thought I'll do it later, maybe once it dries I can try it. So I went with the other places. You can see here in the bottom, with the blue it went fine, it's smooth now and I cannot see the pink patch. In the pink areas it was quite easy because I had to like put in pink color again, and then it was looking better. And then yellow areas, it somehow was going with the pink patch was going with the already existing color, and then it blended in really well. So that was not a problem. The only problem was the top right corner of that blue patch. After I fixed it, I did not even wait for 1 second. I started going all out with the white color because I wanted the dreamy look, the hazy feeling, the cloudy look. And I didn't know how to get it, but I thought the white color will do. And then I painted my entire canvas white. I also was thinking that maybe the pink patch on the blue side will go away when I color it with white. Then it'll blend in together and it'll look nice. But nothing of that sort happened, and it was still looking very patchy. But then I put the white color on my entire canvas. So when I did that, my main colors weren't really that bright anymore. Was I liking this whole new look? I am doubtful about it. But do I still want the cloudy, hazy effect? Yes. But then there is nothing in this planet that I love more than bright colors, okay? So I couldn't see this dull colors on my canvas, and then I started going all out with all the bright colors again. So I painted the blue with again the brightest blue again, the pink with pink, the yellow with yellow, and then I blended them together, but not with white this time. I blended them just like that with my hand and my fingers. And also at this point, the palette was just there, but my hand was also my palette. My palm was my palette, and I was dabbing the colors into my hand, and then I went all out painting. The process was same. First apply one color, dominant color, and think that it is too much, and then go with the next color, think that is too much now, and then apply the third color. And I was playing around with these three colors, to be frank, and applying it one after other, one after other. And you can see now my hand is my palette. I'm dabbing into my hand to dry the sponge, to mix the colors, and I'm just blending like there is no tomorrow. But I was actually enjoying this process because after the white cloudy and the dull painting, I was a little sad. After those patches, I was dead scared that this painting is destined to be spoiled, and I'm somehow trying to fix it. But yeah, now if you look at it, you cannot say there were pink patches all over this painting and then we had spoiled it. Do you remember how this painting was looking after the first time I applied colors to it? I'm not talking about before the brush work. After the brush work, it was looking patchy, but before that, it was looking very bad, right? In the previous video. And then we applied the colors with our brushes, and then we played around with it, had pink patches, and then finally it is looking like this, which is so much better than what this painting was looking last week, right? That is what this painting is all about. You can be bad, you can be horrible, but if you try, you will start looking better, which is a synonym for you will succeed in life if you try. So don't just ever give up. So this painting's name is going to be Mistakes, but in my favorite color, because it's so colorful, beautiful. But nobody can say, if they have not seen my entire story, that this painting is hiding so many layers, so many secrets, so many mistakes, and it has blended in everything so beautifully, and it is looking actually nice right now, and I did not ever expect that it would look something like this. I think the yellow saved it because yellow is my favorite color, like I already told you, and I genuinely think that yellow saved it. Yellow helped blending in both these colors beautifully, and now all of them have a character and it is looking very dreamy. So the next part now is about the figurines. What figurines will look perfect on this? For me, I cannot really think of anything dreamy. Maybe like balloons, or like flying balloons, or like dolphin, fish, fisherman, boat from my city, coconut trees. It could be anything. So, what should be the figurines, and what do you think about the makeover this painting has got, and how does it look now? Tell me in the comments.
What do you think about this one? I hope you enjoyed watching the painting with just my voice and not my face, because yeah, you don't like my face, you want to see the paintings. It's okay. Please, please, please subscribe, because this one will have a part 3, the dreamy and the foggy background making, and probably not dream 4, probably episode 4. Yeah, I mean that's dream 4 because it's still my dream right now. But yeah, episode 4 or part 4 where I'm drawing you and showing you the figurines. So yeah, thank you for watching my video, and do let me know in the comments how to draw this foggy effect, dreamy effect, and how can I get it in my painting. And also let me know what figurines should I draw on this colorful background, and how should I go about with it. Maybe we're both thinking alike, and I will be drawing your figurine in my painting. And other than that, please come back. Thank you for watching till here, and please, please, please subscribe, because this channel is total drama, like I told you in the last video. And come back, and thank you. See you. Bye.